Hey, good evening. Dan Fitzpatrick here. And guess what we're not doing today? We're not looking at DraftKings. Sorry, I told you I'd kind of move on, though you may want to track it. And here's a hint. Keep an eye on how it does around the 8-day exponential moving average. All right, that's all I'm going to say. Now, we're jumping on another horse here. Reynolds Consumer Products. Guess what? This is an IPO. Only been trading for a few months, right? And so we're kind of we're finally at a point where I think you can take an early entry, kind of, you're getting a head start, you're jumping the gun. What we're looking for ultimately is for the stock to break out. We're looking for the stock to kind of, wiggle around here a little bit, work its way up, and then finally, blast off. 50-day moving average keeps moving up, and so the stock ultimately gets close enough to it and then starts moving up. So the idea is to get in if you can a little bit early, and then you keep a stop just below this recent low. Don't put it all the way down here. It's too much of a percentage risk. And the only reason you're buying the stock now is because you think it's going to start doing that. So if the stock starts moving down, you get stopped out and you go, okay, too bad, so sad. I'll try again later. That's the stock doesn't give a darn what you're doing. It's just going to do what it's going to do. But you care what the stock's doing. If the stock starts moving up, you're good. And then if the stock starts breaking out, say above 35, then you add to that position. If it doesn't, then you don't. And you can say, well, Dan, with what you're drawing here, why don't you just wait a while longer, wait for it to be here. When the 50-day moving average is up against it, then wait, another couple weeks and then buy it just before it does that. Now, you might be thinking that. And I want you to stop for a minute. Do you really think trading is that easy? Do you really think that you can look at something like this and say, well, I know exactly what it's going to do, so I'm going to wait? Go ahead and mark the day on your calendar when you think this is right to buy. This thing could start taking off tomorrow. It could also start doing that. All we're doing is we're kind of approximating. We're golfing, we're trying to keep it in the fairway, get it closer to the hole. And so right now, this is kind of an early, this is just a lob, we're just trying to get it close, get in a little bit early, keep a tight stop. And then if the stock starts cooperating, we're going to have a low cost basis in a good position when the stock breaks out. So anyway, that's all I got for you. And members, I've got some interesting things to share with you over at the strategy session tonight about envisioning price patterns, various other things that are going to help keep you out of dumb trades that you shouldn't be in.